How was your last Christmas Eve ruined? Woke up at 2 AM to my mom falling, having a seizure. She fractured her back in the fall. We've been at the since 3 AM. It's currently afternoon. We had a call from the care home where my mother is staying. We went to say our goodbyes even though she's unconscious. The care home is currently under COVID lockdown, but they allowed us in. So we knew it was serious. The staff there have been fantastic. Update. Mum died just after midnight. She's at peace now. I just want to say a heartfelt thank you to all of you who sent me messages and comments of support and condolence. You are all so very kind. I'm so sorry. Sending love and hugs to you and your loved ones. A man knocked on my door, yelling and shouting. I left a note on his car last week that his car alarm goes off all night. This is apparently worth trying to threaten me. Merry Christmas. Update. I saw him outside Christmas afternoon. I approached him, apologized for my note, because I do regret opening up this can of worms. He told me his 80-year-old mom lives nearby. She's getting older and sicker, so he tries to visit often but his car keeps getting broken into if he parks near her house. And my street is safer. We had a nice conversation. 2 things. First, most people in this world are hurt or unwell. I often fail but I try to stop the cycle of inflicting anger, harm, even just a bad day on others. Hurt people hurt people. Second, you can be right or you can be happy. I'm absolutely right that his car alarm is annoying as frick. But what's more important is that I'm happy living in my house and not afraid, not stressed out by life. Man who does not respond to car alarm all night. Also unlikely to respond to neighbors smashing car window and disconnecting car battery. Ancient Chinese proverb. Mum died yesterday. Kinda put a downer on it. I'm so sorry for your loss. I just got a text from a girl that said my husband tried to hire her to frick last night. I'm absolutely crushed. She sent screenshots. Update. She outed him because he declined her after finding out she was too far away. So, he didn't cheat. Just intended to. Obviously don't know if it's happened before. Don't know how she got my number. But that's creepy AF. I agree. Doesn't seem like a professional. Gross. Nonetheless, Reddit is saving me right now. Box M up under the tree. Merry Christmas you filthy animal. On the real though, I'm really sorry. Can't imagine how devastating that is and I'm hopeful you have a good support system so you can get out quickly. I lost my grandpa this year. I have spent 21 Christmas Eves with him, and after dinner we always sat together and he told me stories about when he was a kid. I looked forward to it every single year. No gift was ever better than getting to be with him. Once I got older, we always did a shot of Grand Marnier before I left in honor of his father that he did the same with. This is the first time I haven't been excited for Christmas, and I am not ready to see his seat empty at dinner. Pass those traditions on please. I woke up, went to go buy bagels for the family, and found out my debit card info was stolen. Between last night and this morning they spent every dollar in my account on Uber Eats, and some freaking jukebox somewhere. I had less than $300. Now I have less than $2 and won't get the credit back in my account until Monday and won't get my new card until 10 business days from now. Good thing I already had my bus ticket. My girlfriend lent me $30 to cover the bagels, then another $6 charged went through while I was on the phone with my bank. Freaking scumbags. I know this crap happens all the time but today? Really? DM me. Happy to kick over a few bucks to you, bud. Sorry about all this. My kids told me my presents were lame and that they were embarrassed by me and couldn't wait to go to their dad's house. I'm having surgery on Tuesday and won't see them for 3 weeks. I know they're just kids, but it broke my heart. ETA. I got them everything that was on their carefully curated Amazon wishlists. Dad tipped them off ahead of time that their paternal grandmother had gotten them an Oculus Rift and AirPods. They're usually really good kids and my ex and I cooperate wonderfully along with my husband, so I don't think it was malicious on his part, but it just really kicked me in the gut. Bro, if you are still on relatively good terms with their dad, I would let him know about that. A good dad would not allow his children to go unchecked about that. I'm a cashier in a Chinese takeaway. A person with a late delivery order shouted at me over the phone and screamed, "I don't give a toss that you're busy. I'm coming over and if it isn't ready you're going to pay." Bruh, chill. Just picked up Chinese takeout and I'm so thankful they were open Christmas Eve. My family is there. Plus I got deodorant from 3 different people independently, and at some point you just start thinking that they might wanna tell you something. I had to laugh out loud at that. I'm sorry. Took bottle of gin out of the bag. Put bottle of gin on the kitchen counter. Go get bottle of tonic from the storage closet. Return to the kitchen just in time to see the cat pushing the bottle of gin onto the floor. Rookie mistake. Next time, pour some for the cat right away and the cat won't try to open the bottle on its own. Yesterday my mom's cat somehow turned on our bathroom sink while we were all asleep. It was stopped and overflowing for IDK how long. It resulted in the dining room ceiling below to collapse, and then leaked into the basement onto the furnace, causing it to shut down malfunction. We had no heat yesterday and part of today. Thankful there was no fire. Hey, if you or someone in your family want me to talk them through troubleshooting the furnace over the phone, I'm more than happy to help. It's what I do for a living, and I'm sure you'll have a hard time getting a technician out. My daughter told me she grew up poor. We gave her a car for her 16th birthday, paid for countless summer sports, and paid at least half of her college, also paid for her wedding. Really bums me out. Ooh, she needs some poor friends. Some drunk bastard reversed into my downstairs living room at 10 AM. He then drove into the guy's who lives opposite's kitchen. He got arrested, then the fire brigade came and inspected the house to see if still structurally fine, so we had to evacuate, and they just now got done putting in wooden boards in the hole he left in the front of the house. Now we will have to get insurance involved and find builders, but everything is closed for now, so big headache. Well, that sucks. I think you win this round. Cat died painfully on my living room floor. No vet was open. He was in pain and I couldn't do anything to help him. Buried him last night. He was my best friend, and he was only 4 years old. All I can think about is him crying and the scared look in his eyes. It was freaking awful. I couldn't imagine what you're going through right now. That would absolutely destroy me emotionally. I'm so sorry for your loss. Mother-in-law appears to be on a rampage. My Mill and Sil planned Christmas events for that side of the family to take place next weekend without telling us, and we had already made plans to go visit my family. We asked if they would be available to spend Christmas Eve day all together instead, and they all said no, so we changed our trip to be today and tomorrow. 2 days ago we get a text asking if we want to spend Christmas Eve day with them on top of night weekend. We said we couldn't because we changed our trip to accommodate the night weekend, and they told us they were all unavailable. My Mill had been calling repeatedly since then. I'm not picking, but apparently she is sobbing and telling my husband we are ruining Christmas. I will never understand why grown adults act this way. Geez, this woman sounds unhinged. Sorry you have to deal with that. Seems trivial to others, but I'm working today and everyone coming in is just the worst type of person. It's National A-hole Day and we're so busy. Witnessed a mom shove her kid in front of me too with no remorse. Hate seeing abuse in public too. My grandma passed away a few days ago on top of family drama and my childhood pet passing away. So many bad things happened at once that nothing is processing anymore, and it doesn't even feel like Christmas is tomorrow. Major sorry for you, buddy. Hopefully you recover from that. Nothing has gone wrong yet, but my husband did say something along the lines of "I hope you don't get me a for Christmas," and it's exactly what I got him, so I'm morbidly curious what it is. My grandpa died 2 days ago. I was told to come into work today. Office ended up being closed, so went home. A brick fell off a truck and just broke my windshield on the way home. You might know this already, but those signs on trucks that say they're not liable for any damage from things that fall off them don't mean anything. If you got the plates on the truck, file a police report and make their insurance pay for your damage. I shattered my ankle last week. The next day, my husband broke his knee. Neither of us can walk or drive right now. My husband is bedbound till his surgery. My kid will be living with my brother and his family for the next several weeks since we literally can't take care of our child. I miss my baby so much. I already had my surgery, so I'm hoping to have my kid back in about 6 weeks. It is a hard holiday. I just want to be with my child. Thankfully, both sides of the family, his and mine, are stepping up and helping us. Doesn't make it any easier. Not easy at all, but wow, what a great support network. It's nice to have family be there for you, and it sounds like you have a lot of love around you. My husband tested positive for COVID before we could leave for my mom's, and 4 hours later she found out she has cancer. Sorry to hear. My heart goes out to you. I know how much that diagnosis is hard to hear. This is my first Christmas since my mom got diagnosed with cancer in April. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and your mom a speedy recovery. Not ruined, but not what I had hoped for. My husband just got home from the hospital. Cancer. 2 days ago, and he's already having symptoms that he needs more treatment. Yeah, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Sunday. If it gets too bad before Monday, the only option is the COVID filter. Not my idea of comfort and joy. He had volunteered help with the neighborhood's annual luminarius, so I went to keep an eye on him. The organizers were basically the Keystone Cops. Also, it was a windy day and the bags kept falling over and dumping the sand and candles in the street, which added to the fun. I'm annoyed, sweaty, and just want to stay at home now and relax, but we have to go back out there in a few hours and help light the dang things. However, the people who filled them used clumpy sand, so most of the candles aren't sitting flush, and we'll be lucky if we don't end up with a street full of burning paper bags tonight. With any luck they'll kill off the remaining mosquitoes, though. Merry Christmas. That sounds unbelievably crummy. Somewhat similar boat. Husband. Cancer. News this week that it's spreading. Not great. Not the news we wanted. Keeping up the cheer for our toddler, but I'm not feeling the Christmas spirit this year. My grandpa died yesterday. My grandmother died in March and I knew he won't last long without her, but still hurts. My mom was planning on having a little gathering. She just called me to let me know she's running a fever and cancelled. It's not often I get to see her, so I'm a little bummed. Nice someone on here has a story that includes a mother they want to see. Happy for that, with the bad relatives stories mostly. My Christmas was ruined a few weeks ago when I found out my wife, who's pregnant with our third child, was hiding a chlamydia diagnosis from me. She admitted to the affair and is angry at me for finding out. Hitting up the gym and a lawyer. Hope you all have a better Christmas than I'm going to. My husband is suffering from sudden hearing loss and it's been getting worse. He couldn't hear me at the grocery store today and burst into tears. We made the decision to take a step back from hearing aids and learn ASL. It's been a rough day. Ugh, I'm so sorry. I've read through almost all of these comments and this one really hit me. I'm sure the fear when he couldn't hear you was so much for the both of you in that moment. I wish I had something to add or to help, but unfortunately I don't. I hope your situation gets better. I decided to share Christmas with my boyfriend's family because I don't see them often and they've been asking for me. Even though they don't like me. My mom lost her mind when I told her. It wasn't last minute either. I just told her, hey, I'm going spend a few hours with boyfriend's family's Christmas Day. I got called every name in the book. She hit me, and for the first time ever, I hit her back. Then to top it all off, this morning she threw the tree out the front door and told everyone I ruined Christmas. Like, WTF. I ruined Christmas. She ruined our relationship. That and it's 80 freaking degrees outside. My mother does this every time I try to spend a holiday with my husband's family, except she goes for the subtle guilt trips, sighing and carrying on about how she just can't enjoy it without me there. She has 2 other kids. My dad got beat up when he was on a work's Christmas do. 2 men continually punched him and kicked him in the face when he was on the floor. Completely ruined my Christmas because I'm raging. Absolute bastards. Holy frick. I'm raging and I don't even know you. I'm glad your dad is okay. Please know I'm ready to throw down on his behalf. Mom and stepdad got in a screaming fight. I started crying because I wish I was normal and I didn't have to go through this. My mom saw me and she got pissed at me for being oversensitive or whatever, so she threw all of my presents around the house and tore down the Christmas tree. I'm sleeping at my real dad's house tonight and tomorrow for Christmas. and we'll be going Christmas shopping together. I'm glad that I can at least have a normal person Christmas, but it's unfortunate that today's emotions will still be leaking into tomorrow. Hey, you are normal. Your situation is abnormal. Do not internalize their bullcrap as yours. You're a sensitive soul living in unreasonable circumstances. Don't let them take your heart. Keep pushing through, and one day their nonsense will be a distant memory. You'll get to build your own life. Enjoy the holiday with your dad. You deserve a lovely day. Our baby's heart stopped beating 2 days ago at 34 weeks gestation. So now I have to deliver her on Christmas Day, knowing we'll never get to know her and watch her grow up, and we don't get to take her home. Then we get to come home and pack away her nursery and all the clothes we bought her. It's going to be rough. It was ruined since 2 weeks ago when my fiancé and I broke up, almost 10 years together. So yeah, I don't really feel the holidays right now, maybe next year. Same feeling here. Partner left me out of the blue in a parking lot when we were going to get a Christmas tree. Feels like I've been hit by a truck. Found out at 20 weeks gestation our baby girl was given a fatal diagnosis. We now get to make the active choice to terminate a very much wanted pregnancy, and I have to go labor and push the baby out. I'm so sorry. Nobody's going to see this, but I have to vent it. My father died this evening. He was beating COVID, but then it took him. I spent every day with him in the ICU for almost a week. My mother and brother are sick with it as well and completely distraught. I just want to hold them. No one will see this, but maybe sharing it will help. My dad's in the ICU. He went in for an outpatient procedure, and before they could even start, his heart stopped. He's never had heart problems. They got him back. He's had what we think are weird reactions to the medication. But the nurses and doctors have been wonderful, and he was alert and responsive enough to basically tell my mom she needed to go home. If anyone reads this, we could use some good vibes, positive thoughts, prayers to any and all versions of God. Just something good, yeah. My mom fussed at me for being in the kitchen and cooking someone's Christmas gift. I was specifically asked by my pregnant Sil to cook her some of my special lasagna to freeze. I was making it along with 3 breakfast casseroles for tomorrow when my mom came in and said that I should have made the lasagnas after Christmas. I explained that I had 2 of the sauces done so I could finish after Christmas if she needed the kitchen. She said no, she didn't need to use the kitchen, but I shouldn't be making them now. Frankly, if you don't need the kitchen, why does me being in the kitchen cooking one additional thing along with everything else such a big deal? No matter what I do, I can't win. Freaking love that. I have no reason to be bothering you, but I'm gonna go find something else to do. We had to put my dog down yesterday. My mom wanted her to live past the holidays, but I decided she was suffering too much to do that to her. She was my aunt's dog. My aunt died in 2018, so in a weird way she was the last surviving thing of my aunt, who basically made me the person I am today. I'm in a bar trying to drink it all away, but I am a large man and it takes more than I am willing to spend to make the pain go away. Long-term partner dumped me out of the blue 2 weeks ago when we were going to buy a Christmas tree. I'm really close with his family and spend every Christmas with them because mine is not good. We nearly lost both of his siblings this year and I can't stop crying. BC, I miss them all so much, especially today, tomorrow. I still don't really understand what happened. If I had a nickel for every I was dumped while buying a Christmas tree comment in this thread, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Yes, because my girlfriend's mom, who I'm pretty close with, is dying from COVID. Plans are to take her off of life support on the 26th. I'm so sorry for you too. Had to decide that for mine this year, not COVID related. It's been hitting particularly hard today. Remember to be gentle with yourselves now and with everything that may come. Over the last 3 years, some of my extended family members have died. These 2 years of pandemic have prevented us from establishing a new way to be together in the face of these losses. Plus the pandemic has prevented me from being around them before they passed, or comforting the ones who were most affected by their loss. The remaining family members have fallen to squabbling. I miss how things used to be. I once thought family members cared about spending time with me. Now I know that most of them are too wrapped up in their arguments to care. Christmas is about family, society says. Well, I wish I could feel like a part of a family. Also, there is an unusual lack of snow here. Not even any that can last more than a few hours. It used to snow on Halloween where I live. I can't even just go snowshoeing all day or something to distract myself. Christmas feels pointless in these circumstances. I read A Christmas Carol to try to be festive, and it just makes me think I might be a Scrooge because I can't Christmas very well. I was supposed to work half a day today. I'm an electrician and I was doing some shutdown work at a plant near my house. I was only there for 10 minutes and the first hole I drilled in the wall started a fire. The fire spread throughout the walls of the factory and I've spent the last 5 hours with the fire department trying to get the fire out. Dunno about you, but we're electricians, not firefighters. Hope you're safe, man. Jesus, where to begin? COVID is working its way through our house. Daughter got it from school, gave it wife, who gave it to me. Basically no friends or family around for more or less a month. If my son gets it, he won't be out of quarantine when school starts. Aunt shattered her ankle and got surgery earlier in the month. Normally hosts a big Christmas Eve dinner. Everyone thought it would still happen, but the heavy duty pain meds wore off and she was like, LOL, not happening. Wouldn't have been able to go regardless. But that's putting a damper on everyone's mood even outside our house. Cousin found out her dad isn't her real dad thanks to DNA testing. Turns out everyone one generation up knew but was keeping it a secret. No happy campers there. I'm sure something else will come along in the next 12 hours. Hopefully just Santa. Finally had the energy to make some of my favorite holiday cookies yesterday. Now I'm feeling too sick to actually deliver them. Freaking chemotherapy. Womp womp. I know this doesn't mean a lot, but I'm proud of you. I am sending good vibes. In a way, my wife divorced me, and it was with her family that we spent Christmas Eve and Christmas. My family doesn't always get together, and when we do it is after the new year, so I have nothing to do or go today. Start your own traditions. Make yourself your favorite dinner. Take in your favorite show or read a good book. I know it sounds lame, but doing this has pulled me through some rough times. I hope your day looks up. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.